There are two versions of my week. In one of them, I'm 100 feet underwater holding my breath next to the person I love, watching a fish we're about to eat for dinner materialize out of nowhere. In the other one, I'm making a stranger's oat milk latte at 6 in the morning, and my hands smell like espresso and I haven't seen the ocean in 4 days. Both of those versions are the same life. Both of them are building the same thing. In some weeks, the distance between them is the whole story. This is what a week looks like when you're chasing a dream.
That did not go as planned.
If you're new here, hi. We're Grace and Luka, the Dolmens. We are underwater filmmakers and spearos, which basically means we hold our breath, dive over 100 feet to the bottom of the ocean to catch dinner, and film everything. We want to live in a way that's simple, intentional, and free. Sailing allows us to move with the weather, not against it. Reading conditions, following seasons, and letting nature dictate our path across the globe. It's not just about travel, it's about self-sufficiency, catching our own food, generating our own power, and living with only what we truly need. In the most remote corners of the world, we're building a life centered around exploration, resilience, and connection. To the ocean, to each other, and to a slower, more honest way of living. The first dive of the week fixes something in me that I didn't know was broken. I don't know how else to describe it. You spend 5 days on land doing land things, working, driving, standing on solid ground, and your body forgets what it's built for. Then you jump in and the ocean takes all that weight and just holds it for you.
Okay, we just made it back to our spots. We are going spearfishing today. A big reason for you guys following along. We know now that we want to get a sailboat and trying to travel the world spearfishing, living off the land, sourcing our own food, and we're gonna do that today in Southern California. So a big deal for us is being able to kind of eat what we catch. And today, that's the plan. We're gonna go out there. Grace is gonna have hopefully a shot at a white sea bass, maybe a big yellowtail, hopefully a sheephead or something, but it's gonna be sick. We're gonna get suited up right now and show you guys the whole process from start to finish, tied to table in Southern California. Let's do it.
It's not gonna fill my pants.
It's what?
I have to pull my pants up more. That's down low. So cool.
First part of the day is over. Flip him around, Gracie. Show him your new suit. Gracie's in the 5 mil. She's gonna be a little warmer than me.
Your own POV.
There's a fish in California that you can spend an entire season hunting and never see. Not because it's rare, but because it doesn't want to be found. The white sea bass. Around here, if you land one, nobody asks how big it was first. They ask how long you've been looking for. And we've been looking. White sea bass are one of the only fish you can hear before you see them. They make this sound, this deep, alien croaking, especially during spawning season. You'll be hanging the kelp at 40 feet, completely still, and suddenly there's this vibration in your chest. And it's not your heartbeat. It's something else. Something that doesn't belong to your world. It sounds like the ocean is clearing its throat. The first time I heard it, I forgot I was supposed to be hunting. I just floated there, listening to a fish I couldn't see, feeling it in my sternum. Then the sound stopped, and whatever made it was gone. That's the white sea bass. Even the introduction is a ghost story. Hunting white sea bass in Southern California is nothing like what people picture when they think of spearfishing. There's no crystal clear water, there's kelp. Endless, tangled, disorienting kelp. You swim into a kelp forest and the visibility drops to 10 feet, and suddenly, every direction looks the same. The light comes through the canopy in these shafts that shift with the surge, and it's beautiful, but it's also the specific kind of beautiful that makes you lose track of which way is up. Unfortunately, today wasn't our day. We believe that even with the little bit of warmer water, we're still waiting for a strong South Oceanic current to help bring enough nutrients for these fish to start showing up in greater numbers.
Okay, that is a wrap for day one. We had a beautiful dive. It was actually
fun.
our first time diving at that spot. Unfortunately, we did not see the infamous ghost of the ocean, the white sea bass.
Saw a billion sheep's head.
Nice
that came
sheep head.
right up to our faces.
Of course, though, when we're in the MPA is when we see them.
MPA's work.
There's a rabbit right here. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so no luck today. We tried really hard. Put in like 3 or 4 hours. Beautiful dive regardless. That kelp with the backlit sunlight is just, it's one of my favorite things to see in the water now. Call us insane. I think the definition of insane is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, but we're gonna go tomorrow. The weather does not look good at all, but this is Grace's last day off for the next like 3 weeks, so we're gonna send it. We're gonna try everything we can. We're probably gonna paddle out, look at the kelp and turn around. We've done that now 3 times. But we have to try. This is supposed to be a good time of year for white sea bass, so we have to try. But that's a wrap for day one, and we'll see you on day 2.
Day 2 is more of the same. Different spot, much different conditions, and yet still the same feeling.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. We are out of the boatyard and now back to the water. We're gonna go spearfishing today. We wanted to quickly talk about like why we want to get the boat. Like Grace and I are super excited to be kind of living off the ocean and living off of what we can catch in kind of crazy remote places. But we wanted to show you guys that that's possible right here in downtown San Diego. We're gonna go shore dive really quickly, trying to get a little bit of groceries, trying to live off the ocean in a very populated city. So we're just gonna show you that it is possible to live like this in not the most remote place ever. So we're just gonna get suited up now. We have some super exciting new gear. Grace has beautiful Evolve diving wetsuit. I got the Evolve mask I'm gonna be trying out. And Grace is fired up. We're gonna get on to hopefully a little white sea bass or yellowtail. Still early in the season, we haven't really heard of any confirmed sightings yet, but we're gonna try our best here. And you guys know the drill. Grace is gonna be swimming this one. I'm gonna get past the breakwater with the wave storm. And we got about a 1.5 mile swim. We're gonna end up at that beautiful kelp, try to get some dinner. Conditions definitely don't look good at all, but we don't care. Rocking the Kuma 120. I got on Polar Stuff. Grace has Evolved. Look at her beautiful and little GoPro strap. Got a nice camera in the housing. You see? Give me some nuts. You look beautiful though. Fit check, fit check, fit check. These are less than ideal conditions to go spearfishing.
we paddled out to our spot, nearly 2 miles offshore, just to be greeted by a large short period swell and visibility that makes you wish you just went to the grocery store.
Okay, we swam all the way out here, about a mile and a half to the beginning of the kelp, and we're at 2 miles now, all the way at the edge of the kelp. But as you can see, Gracie, we can't see any of the kelp. The current just picked up like crazy.
That's the visibility.
Yeah, about 2 knots of current. So, unfortunately, this is the harsh reality of spearfishing. This is a side that rarely ever gets shown. It's not guaranteed to come home with dinner. And we're gonna keep the YouTube machine in real life, and this is real life right now. We just swam for about an hour and a half offshore, and we did not catch anything. We did like 3 or 4 drops, and like nothing to show for it. And this is spearfishing. It's not all successful, but for us, it's just about getting out here, enjoying the nature, even though we didn't really see any. Days like today make us appreciate the days where we have success. So we're grateful for it all. We're gonna start kicking it back in. The swell's picked up. This should be an interesting shore dive exit. Okay, we just got back from a not so successful dive day, but we had fun regardless. Every day in the water is a good day. It's one of our more well-known spots closer to town. Conditions didn't look good to start with, but we decided to brave it anyway. It was one of Grace's only days off that she's had in the last like 2 months or so. So we decided to send it anyway, but immediately regretted it when we got out there. A half decent swell, pretty good wind, and of course the visibility suffered super bad. But we got out there, literally came back around, turned around, and that was it. But now we're back at the crib. We'll just talk you through quickly like the little process that we do. So Grace fires up Lightroom, and then she edits kind of all of our just raw clips and then gives them to me, and then I chuck them into Final Cut and try to make a YouTube video out of it. But Grace had a big day too.
Set up my Etsy for my prints.
She's got a little side hustle going on. Set up the Etsy shop, trying to make an extra buck here and there. But Etsy's pretty cool. It's just like drop shipping, so once she gets it uploaded, then all the work's done. But yeah, that was a day in the life of trying to live off the ocean in Southern California. It didn't work out for us this time, but we're gonna try again soon.
2 days and no fish. Unfortunately, this is a large part of spearfishing that often goes undocumented. This is a very real part of trying to source your own food. It doesn't always end in a successful catch, but getting to spend time on the water, especially at this time of our lives, is always special. The alarm goes off at 5, and for about 3 seconds, I'm still in a dream. Somewhere remote, waking up on a catamaran. Or underwater. Next thing you know, I'm standing in the bathroom brushing my teeth in the dark. But I'd be lying if I said the mornings are easy. They're not. I drive to the coffee shop in the dark and make drinks for people who are just starting their normal day. And I think about the fact that 24 hours ago, I was underwater filming with my husband. I'm not complaining. I chose this. I'm just telling you what it's actually like. Somewhere in the math of this week, the tips, the photo sessions I booked, and the ad revenue from last month's video, the boat fund moves. Not a lot, but it moves. And when you're saving for something that costs more than most people's houses, every week that moves the number forward is a week that mattered. Sunday, no coffee shop, no restaurant, no edit deadline. Just a morning that belongs to us. We work out. I'm scared.
Oh yeah, because it was about a minute. Whoa. Okay. That's good. Okay. That's good.
Light work!
We look at boats. We always look at boats. And it's become this ritual. Sunday morning with Yacht World opens on the laptop. Scrolling through production cats versus true offshore titans. the occasional catamaran that's wildly out of our price range but fun to pretend about. Luka reads the specs. I look at the massive space on the deck to tan. We argue about whether the owner's suite needs to be in the starboard hall or the port hall, like it matters right now and we can't afford either hall. But it doesn't matter, because this is how you keep a dream alive when it's still a long way off. You hold it. You look at it every week. You argue about the gallery layout on a boat you don't own yet, because one day you will. 2 days this week, I was underwater. 5 days this week, I made lattes and carried plates and edited photos. All 7 days, the boat fund grew. All 7 days, the channel grew. All 7 days, we were building the thing that turns the 2-day version of our life into the everyday version. All right, guys, that's a wrap to day 7 of a week in our lives of the Dolmens. So we're gonna talk to you guys a little bit about where we are with our savings and the sailboat.
Grace has been grinding for the last month. It's been a month since we posted that first video, kind of going over our plan. Okay, so as Grace and I are doing more and more research, I don't know if you guys saw the ending of the last episode, we discovered that a marine loan is not really the best way or the best route to go. So obviously that kind of means that our end goal money-wise has changed a little bit, which is fine. We adjust and we learn, but yeah, so we estimate that we're at 10% of the total kind of final cost of what we need to make this thing happen. At this rate, we're on pace for a late 2026 or early 2027 closing on a boat. So
we're also a little bit more open to
any kind of boat.
Type of boat. Like we said in our last video, we do have a hard deadline of like when we want to be on the water, when we want to be setting sail. So we're gonna stick to that. Whatever we can get
at that time
yeah, is gonna be what we're gonna get. And
also, if you have any recommendations on boats, also drop those in the comments.
Or recommendations on anything.
Literally anything. We're trying to learn as much as we can.
We're super dedicated. I'm still working my jobs, and we have something special on the horizon that might
very big news.
That might be able to take over some of these jobs. But we're so stoked and so happy that you guys are here watching.
We have a few friends that might take us sailing in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we're diving hard into books and videos, trying to learn as much as we can.
Learning everything we can. If you have any good book recommendations, let us know. Leave them in the comments. But we're gonna try and get out on the water here. Summertime's slowly approaching, and that means the fishing season is heating up. So no fish on this week in the life, but it's coming soon, don't worry. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get out to the islands,
yeah,
like we said, with our friends on their sailboat, get a little taste of that. And thank you guys so much for watching a full week in the life of the Dolmens, saving for our sailboat.
Yeah. So it's gonna be us right there. Can you see it? It's right next to the sun. It's so close. Wow, sailboat. Like and subscribe so I can be asked for